Hi guys, good evening. Hope you all doing great. I'm just setting up. Can you hear me? And are you able to see my screen? Hi Sarah, good evening. Hi Kunal, good evening. All right, let's see. Hi Abhinav. Let's see how many join because I've not done this in some time. Uh, was working on few things at my end. Hi Abhinav. Hi Satya. All right, let's start. So before we dive into scans and everything, let's talk about market in general. So futures have been ramping up really solid. Sashikal Kamal. So you see, we had a massive back test right there, and then we are just leaning higher, higher, and higher. We are approaching towards an important resistance. Now you need to understand that this is the March futures for 2024. This is not the December futures. We switching to new futures now. All right. Now, when we are jumping, we'll see a gap of a few points. So consider that. I have Heikin-Nishi candles on right now just to show that yes, look, the strength in the market is enormous, and we are still in that congestion zone. If I go back to the previous uh, version of futures, like if I do it default ES, that will be the March futures of 2024. If I'm going to choose the current one, I can do that. But let me just close this. Let me switch the candles to the normal candles first, just to highlight that there is a gap. Okay. And when you're trying to analyze, you can go to ES and you will see when you expand this, let me clear this annotations. When you expand this, you will see the current one is active, which has 96 days, and the previous one is 4611. Okay, so do not get confused. Hi Prakash, hi Madhu, hi Raghu. Good evening, guys. Again, I'm like really sorry I'm not able to do these things live for some other reasons, but I'll try to be regular as much as I can. So this is the difference. You cannot make this as active. This is done by default and across all the platforms. So ESH24 is going to be the current active expiry for the futures. This futures of December will expire in 5 days. All right. So spot SPX will exactly become ESZ23. Now let's go to the chart. Now you see there was a massive dip since last time we tested this red line, and it was 4600 something, 46 50, no, 4550, and then we just went all the way down to this light green trend line of the regression channel. Now, since we tested this, we have seen an enormous amount of bounce, and now we are consolidating. We are consolidating because if you take 4661, we are still in this range. So we are still consolidating. A massive move is coming. This is a clear bull flag, which is right there. Now, we have backtested the 12 EMA on the longer term horizon, which is the daily time frame. We are looking solid. The DMI is looking good. We still have more ways to go. This is not extreme. We still have more ways to go. But at this time, I think market is going to wait for CPI, PPI Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then take a cue and find its direction. All right. So market, there is nothing wrong in the market. The only thing which people are worried about is the shorting or the market will fall. Right now, market is not showing any indications of giving up. So let's not fight that. Right now, 4580 is an area which is the 12 EMA area. Till the moment we are holding this upright, we are good. So if you look at December futures, that's about 80 points. December futures is right at a very important juncture of 78.6 Fibonacci on my charts. And it's also near to the long-term resistance dark red line. So it's going to be a make or break as soon as in 2 days. All right. So that's about the market. So let's start and get into some scans and see what we can pick up. So let's see, I'm looking at 12 crossing 34 in the S&P. We have Walgreens, we have Kruger, Kruger. I do not trade them, but if anybody wants to use them, you can use them. These are like S&P 500. Then let's pick up in my watch list for the time period daily. It's Rivian and app. So this is my list, which I prepared last time. And let me insert a row and put RIVN, Rivian. These things will add. So Rivian we have added, it has 12 crossing 35. So 12, 13 crossing 35 is yes. It is positive. And then app, APP, I'm not inclined. I will be doubtful if anybody is crossing 34, except Baba, XPV, again Chinese company. So no. Let's look at the inside day candles on the daily side. Hi Pankaj. So Amazon is inside day. Amazon is inside day, yes. Humana, John Deere, LMT, AL, Texas. I think LMT. Do we have Boeing? No. Humana. How many of them we have? 16. I think this should be fine. Okay, this looks fine. Humana we can add. Let me just add Humana here. Okay, Humana is here. Humana is also inside there. We'll check on weeklies. Let's go to the inside week. We have some here. Again, I'm only looking into my watch list, so you may see less. So Tesla is there inside week. Tesla, no. Team, TTD, Roku. Do I have Roku? No. I want to add Roku. CRM is inside week. DDog looked good. So I'm just wondering, let me get rid of IWM. DDog I wanted to add. So DDog is inside week. Roku, which a firm has moved. Roku we need to add. It's going to be good list. Roku. Inside week, yes. Okay, let's see what do we have on positive sides. Bullish candles. Omena and MDB. Omena has bullish candle. Let's check that. HUM. I think it's hammer. So Omena has hammer. So this way you can like easily see a ticker with multiple flags as yes. Everything in green or red will give you much more confidence to trade. So Humana has inside day and this one. MDB I'm not picking up because it's beaten down, but it's a hammer, which again it's a good sign. So now we need to see where we can remove. I think instead of Rivian, I'll pick up MDB and I'll give hand. It has good earnings, but it fell through a lot. Now it came back in consolidation zone. Now possibly I expect it to be a potential morning star. I think that this list is good. Let's go back and scan on the bearish candle patterns, which I doubt. The market sentiment is really good. So I doubt. Yep, there's hardly anything. All right. So guys, list is ready. If you have any ticker in the mind outside of this, do let me know. And let me just see if I have, where did I post? I'm just retweeting. Because I have not done this in a long time, so people are not coming to the thing. So let's start now. For Adobe has earnings package, so we can talk about that. Adobe Oracle, we can talk about them. So let's start with ES. So ES, if it still leave to the current levels, like then you will not see the chart. But let's get to the active one. So active one is 4668. So I really wanted to cross 4668 so that we can move towards some massive big time area. So if you go back to a 5-year chart, you will see that 4625, this gap or this future gap needs to be filled, which we have created. Once we clear this, then we are going towards all the way 4700. All right. So keep an eye if we struggle or if again, it's going to be a little confusing tomorrow with futures because the levels will have some gap. So I think if you want to buy the futures, it's better to buy if we come, like if 46, 10, 11, if we consider, then it is 45.81, which is a good. So 35 points stop loss, which is a massive one. I would not like to go. So I would say buy around 46, 100. Again, considering, I'm just considering futures which are current, not the March futures from the levels point of view. My stop loss is 45.81, 46.20, and 46.68. These are my levels. The extremely consolidation now in the Heikin state. I can go and check. For ES, it's only 1 plus. Heikin state is 1 green. EMA is positive, and DMI is also green. Good green. So buy near 4600 to 4605. Again, I will encourage you to just check the futures right here into the analyze. You will see that futures right now is 4610, because the gap between the futures is massive. You can use a script to remove that gap and use it, but I want to keep that usually. But until this week is over, I'm going to use the current Z23, and then from there on, we'll move on to the H24. So buy near 4600, 4600.05, 4581 is my stop loss range. First target 4620, 4660. Now, in case you want to say what will be the other side for this, right now everything is positive, right? So if you want to short, you can short below 4581 only. That is a loss of 12 EMA. If we lose that, I think we would go for 4560 and 4547. Again, this is for December futures. Stop loss in this case, I want to keep 45.95. So my bias is still positive. I think it has much more length on the positive side as compared on the negative side. That's why I'm not copying, not finding anything extraordinary on the negative side. These are still positive. So when DMA is positive, HA is positive, and everything is positive, there's no need to short. Okay. NQ futures. Let me just do the same thing in true, just to keep, yes. So on NQ side, same thing. If I go to analyze, you will see NQ levels completely different. Right now, there's a difference of 200. So 200 is around the premium. And if you look at the June one, that's at about 400 points premium. So I'm going to consider 16,100. Otherwise, it will be jumping onto the new all-time highs pretty quickly. Again, so NQ, it's right at this 16,070. So considering the previous one, our stop loss is 16,070. If we are holding above this 16,165 or 16,200, if the same thing, Again, if you see from a massive timing perspective, look at the DMI right in the corner at the bottom. This is going down. So there's hardly any negative momentum. All the big stocks are showing strength. So unless we lose the 12 EMA where this is like 15,993 in current futures, that's 100 points away. So if you want to short below 15,993. The Excel will be printed on Twitter. Pioneer 16165 is the target for the long side. Now, once we clear this thing, next area is 16,400. So opportunity is really solid here. Again, it is consolidating really hard in this zone. And if it breaks out, similar to ES, there is a massive opportunity coming on NQ as well. Same thing, NQ, it's only one green on High Kenichi. Let me just check this on, because the futures have gapped. So I'm going to just put there 2, 3. Yep, it's only one. So everything looks solid again. DMI is good. EMA is crossing over positive. So I will not try to fight this. Currently, everything looks positive. Let's take that into consideration. And if there's a dip, we'll buy. If we lose 15,993, we should be seeking 830 and 690. 15,830, 15,690. These are possible if market starts to retrace back. As of now, there is no retracement whatsoever on NQ. Stop loss is 16,070. Stop loss a little higher on the short side in both the scenarios of NQ and ES, because ES is still a mix of 500 companies and NQ is totally tech companies. Tech companies have a big volatile moves. So 60, 70 point stop loss needs to be there in both sides. Okay. Now let's come to triple Q. From now, I think we'll not have any issues with gaps because they are right there. So 392 is an important Fibonacci area. We have backtested 12 EMA. Okay. Again, it is consolidating well within this range. And it has cooled off a little. So if we hold 391, I think possibility of going higher is much, much high. So if I go to triple Q and look at its triple Q is right there. The triple Q has one as of now, one. DMI state. This is DMI on daily. This is one. High Kenichi. No, this is High Kenichi. Come on. Yes. DMI state, you can see clearly green 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, all the months. So this is solid green and 12 away. Now, first very important thing. Let's find the stop loss 391.40. 391.40. Okay. Now 391.40 and we have back tested 61. And whenever we have back tested 61 and we held this gap, there was an opportunity for the market, but they held this gap. So they're holding this gap, which is always a bullish sign. When we have a bullish sign and we are trying to break, this gives you a confidence that yes, market has strength. Okay. So when you are holding a gap, even if it had the opportunity, it did not went into the gap. It held. This is a positive bias. Now it held 390, 384. I'm looking forward to 400 on this. So last time when we were here, I think 391 was an area. Then we have 394. So 394 and 400 is something which is possible. 394, 465 is possible. It is in a range, back tested 12 EMA, held the bullish gap. So I do not have to worry about anything on the negative side here. You can buy near 392 anytime. If it goes down to 384, I'll still be a buyer. So as of now, there's no negative bias at all on triple Q. So I can be a buyer, buy at dips near 384. Then we have Apple, our first stock. Apple has been brewing really solid moves recently. It was consolidating on this line. Now it backtested 12 EMA, backtested this. It's getting ready. It's getting ready for a massive 209. I think if this week's workout or maybe early next week, I'm thinking Apple will break out towards 200. So if Apple is going to break out towards 200, I really have anything left to doubt that market will follow the same. So 193 is a really good, solid support for Apple. So Apple is really positive. Apple is positive, 195. First of all is a stop loss. Stop loss is 193.25, which is like too far away, almost $2.5 dollars. But that's the real stop loss. Or if you are aggressive, you can keep 194.40. So let's make it 194.40. You can buy near 195.50 if you get Apple. Now, if you look at it, the 12 and 34 is solid. The DMI is green. The DMI is solid. Let's look at the HA on Apple. Apple HA is 4, which is showing me extremely good solid strength coming into this. So Apple is 4. So 4 Apple and this DMI as solid green and EMA positive. Everything looks good to break 200. I will not even try to fight Apple. And if you also check the option flow on this, you will see substantial writing. So I think 198.25, which is the all-time high for Apple, is a prime target. So 198.25. And then 200. Yes, 200 is a psychological barrier for Apple. It's getting ready to break 200 and 209. And you all need to be very respectful of the fact that we were 4800s 2 years back. So we are trying to come back into the same zone after 2 years. So the returns from S&P, returns from NQ are still, if you're a long-term investor, you are still at the same place where you were 2 years back. So don't just think that it's a very big move. No, we have not even started yet. All right. So Apple is looking good. AMD, AMD last time I wanted 130, so we are near that area. Let's look at AMD now. AMD had that massive news, and it almost tested my area 130.40, and now it's making a dodgy at the top, which I really don't like. But this is an extreme move. So if we cool off or if we break below 127, I would ignore this. But this looks really good. So 127 is my there. It was a bull flag on the daily and weekly, and you can see that from November the target was 122 to 130. It hit. So it's dodgy at the top, but needs to break 127 to confirm. So this is a negative comment, so I'm putting this in red. But one thing you need to keep in mind with respect to AMD, AMD will give you some initial retracement and then it will continue its move. It is a habit of AMD. Now, this is the same area where it struggled. If we lose 127, then we are going back to 122. So this will be kind of a double top. But for now, this is the bull flag breakout. I think it's going to have its legs. So I will be a buy around 127. If I lose 127, then I will not be interested in AMD. All right. My targets will be 130. So AMD is chart wise 12 EMA positive. DMI it's 2 positive. AMD is 2 positive. This is like the HA state. AMD. It's 2. Yep. So buy near 128. I'm not aggressively buying this, but I'm interested to buy here 130.40, which is my target on the chart for the Fibonacci. That's 130, which is 61.8. If we clear this, I think we are going for 138. Again, I'm saying it's getting ready. The move will come, and that will be a really solid move. I have really doubt on the downside of AMD for current momentum. The kind of conference Lisa Su did on the CNBC and Bloomberg, I have really zero doubts that it will retrace. But 127 is a good area to buy. Amazon. So all people who are in my Telegram community, you know we are long on Amazon on Friday. Look at the amount of consolidation here. This consolidation is extreme. Like it's either it's gonna give up or it's gonna break out. Now all the positive is going down, negative is going down, and there's hardly any strength. So I am a little watchful here. If it breaks out, this is the area. It's holding this long-term trend line. Like anytime it comes here, the next day we have a green. Anytime it comes below, we have an next green. So it's holding this long-term green regression channel, which is really solid. So if we hold this now, I think it's gonna go for 150 and 155. 155 is a previous resistance zone from uh, like long-term back Fibonacci sequence. So 150 and 155 are my probable targets for Amazon. So Amazon, now I don't want to short. Previously I was shorting it, but now it's holding. So my comment is holding the long-term regression channel This is my, plus it's an inside day. Inside day, those who don't know, inside day is a candle which gives you a sense of consolidation. So you will see that the top here, this, 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 and this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a triple inside day, which is extreme, extreme, extreme consolidation. So if we break out above 148, this is going bazooka. It is ready. We may have a news tomorrow morning. We may have something coming, like anything which can act as a massive catalyst is coming on Amazon. So triple inside day. We are loaded on Amazon. So DMI is flattish because we have, if we look at the chart, a DMI is neutral. Heikin Nishi, let's check. Heikin Nishi is 0. Heikin Nishi is 0. I have positions, that's why I'm holding my longs. So my stop loss is 147, or I would say 146.75. This I want to be paying. I'm looking at 150, 155.5, and we are already in this position, and this is like one of my good setups. So I'm gonna mark this in blue color. Like Amazon, AMD, both are solid movers. So I'm gonna fill them up with some nice expectations. And yes, these are solid movers. These are solid. Humana, Humana has inside day, and it also has a hammer. So inside day hammer is a good combination, meaning it's about to break out. Usually I do not do Humana, but I tried Lily on that day and on Friday. It's getting kind of ready because this is the base where it held last time. If it breaks 485 on the high side with 480, it's an inside day, right? So let's keep the top here, 484.65. Buy above 485. Stop loss should be right there, 480. These are all greens because we are inside up. Twelve EMA is negative. No. And BMI is neutral, 0. And Heikin-Nishi state for Humana, -2. So it can also go down as well. Right now, if I see everything, I think we can do a back test and then go down. But if we lose 470 or 480, it can be massive down, inside down. So I'm going to mention sell below 480. And then it will go down for 457 on the downside. On the upside, I'm looking at 492, 497, where I want to do a back test of 12 EMA. So this is negative. I'm going to mark this in red. Boeing, Boeing has done a lot, and it's like if you see Boeing in the last 10-12 days since the Boeing broke out from that long-term line, never looked back. Now I have areas, massive areas for Boeing going into the next few weeks. 252, 259 is my possible targets. 240 to 80 is my stop loss. So let's go with Boeing. 240 to 80. And remember, it's trading at 52-week high, and previously it had rejected from this same area 243 and then went back to 176 in a straight line. Now from the same straight line, it's going up, but this time DMI is like solid 4. The DMI is solid 4. 1234 is positive. High Kenichi is 1. Uh, Aruna, I mentioned that if it goes below 480, we can sell for 457. That's why I have inside day and everything is negative right now. So if we want, we can keep this on a neutral ground. We can mark this in slightly orangish shade, where we are not so confident. Okay. Then we were talking about Boeing. So Boeing is solid. Everything is good. Yesterday, 3% change, showing extreme strength. Buy above Friday's high. That should be good. 244.70. It closed at Friday's high. So if it holds that, extremely solid move. I am looking forward to, let's say, if I go back to the 5-year chart, there was a resistance around this zone of 247, 247. Next target is 251.95. Like I'm aiming for 290, 259 on Boeing. So I think it's setting up. Plus, it's a hammer. Uh, it's not a hammer anymore. It's not a hammer. It's uh, not an inside day. Nothing. It's just continuation breakouts. Broke out from previous resistance for 259. Aditya, we can check on XT. Right now, this list is really massive, so I'm just trying to cover as much as I can. Salesforce, CRM. CRM is holding this 247 since the earning gap, but right now it's kind of showing some extreme, like you can clearly see it's too much solid. So if market has to choose something to give up, this gap is massive. And the moment we lose 247 on CRM, I think it's gonna give up very quickly. CRM also have a offering. So let's check at the CRM. CRM is, if you see, minus minus. So I'm looking forward to sell CRM this time. The DMI is super solid, but it's like really, really overbought. And the Hikinishi state, it's 0. So it's changing now. So it's up, it's changing, but it has seen massive gaps and it's kind of showing me that there are sellers here. This dodges. I think if we lose 248, this could be really good sell side on stage 4. So short below 248. Target is 242. And 230, 135. I'll be least interested to trade. It's also an inside week because we had in the same zone. So if you look at the weekly candle, you will see that it's inside week because the last week was massive. So we can ignore that because the earnings were really great. But with offering, I think it's time for it to give up. So I really want to sell this. My stop loss will be 250. And you need to be careful that CRM started running from 200 190s area. So breakout was done, earnings was done. So I'm going to remove this because of offering. And massive gap. It may be first one to give up. That's my negative comment on CRM. Datadog, DDog, Friday, I was trying to check and I traded this on the short side. It lost the 12 EMA. And now this DMI is gaining. So again, I was thinking it's an inside day breakdown. So I want to short. I was trying to see if it is positive or not, but it's not. It lost 12 EMA inside day down breakdown. So again, if the market momentum is positive, I'm not going to touch Datadog. What did I do? I copied this comment in here. So I missed on alphabet, so I'll come back to alphabet. So 12 EMA is good. 114.56. Is the stop loss. Look for 112, 109. And also, if you look at the charts, it has a habit of giving up around this zone. Every time it comes to 114, 115, it consolidates and starts to give up and then give up massive. Right now, we have massive gaps. So the loss of 12 EMA is negative. All right. So you can sell as soon as it goes below 114. It's an inside week. Let's look at the inside week candle. Yep. So the moment it will lose opportunity on the downside is massive. So I'll also make them red or green based on the pointers we're talking about. Alphabet I missed. So let's see alphabet now. Where is alphabet? Right there. It's at 134. So Google, GOGL. So Google had a massive move, and then from that move, it came back. Again, it's a rejection from 137. 137 has been a pain point for Google. So it was trying to be a breakout of like inverted head and shoulders, but no, it came down and then tested. So for me, I think the 12 EMA is right there. Oh, I missed out the 12 EMA. Indeed, it's -1. So Alphabet is 2. Even if Alphabet is there, uh, but its DMI is neutral. So Alphabet is not running with the market. It had one day, it rallied. Now it's coming to a very important area. It's going into this gap. Now, if it loses 133.65 or 133.30, which is the 12 and 34 EMA, right now 12 and 34 EMA is right there. If we lose that, it may end up in going into the gap. But let's see if it holds this or not. So our stop loss on Alphabet is 133.35. Targets are same. You can buy near 135. 134.50. 134. 134.50. Again, not inclined to rush on Google because I have better trades. But this is in the list, so possible right there. Loss of 12/34 EMA can lead to gap fill. Okay, and then we have Meta. I think Meta is getting ready for a move up. Meta came back, tested the 12 EMA and 34 EMA, recouped them, and now it's getting ready. I want Meta to take above 335 or come near 3. I think 335, 330 is a good area for Meta. Meta is positive. It's neutral. 12 EMA is right there. Let's look at the. It's 1 and 7. So Meta is now 1. It is still neutral. Like it never went below this line. Now, previously we discussed that it may come back to 326. And if we see, it came back all the way to 313. So we're talking about 1128. From 1128, it came down right there, and now it's bouncing. So I think it's getting ready this time. So 329, 330 is an excellent support. I'll not be rushing into this, but buy near 332 will be good. 330 will be my stop loss. And I'm looking at 335 and 343. Rejection, backtest and everything. It has reclaimed 1234 EMA after backtest. It should be green. Microsoft. Microsoft is all green. Reclaimed 12 EMA. Let's look at. It is 0. So Microsoft is 0. This is good. Stop loss should be now 372. on Microsoft. I'm still looking at 386, which is my Fibonacci area. It has reclaimed 12 EMA. And I would like to buy this near the 12 EMA. So 370, I think 374 is a good area to buy. Microsoft Meta can provide strength along with Apple. Google, Salesforce, Datadog may not be good. So keep an eye on them. Netflix has been consolidating really tight in this zone. So Netflix is all five. 12 EMA is good. We are in between 12 EMA. 446 is an extremely good area. It needs to break above this. Otherwise, it's going down. That's what I see. Netflix is 0. So DMI is 0 now. So it has improved. No, 0. Stop loss is 446. 446, if you see, was an area in Netflix where it was finding resistance previously. 446. Like right here, 446, it was finding resistance. This time it back tested this N12 EMA. So a push above here, it's potential morning star if we can clear 459. You can use it for swing trades as well. Again, these are on the daily time frames, so they can be good for day trades and swings both. 457. So Netflix is a potential morning star for me. Only one morning star right now, which gives me like super confidence on this. Buy above 457. Do not try to rush, or better buy above 459. If we can do that, that will be really good. Stop loss. Like if we can clear this 459 number, which is a 12 EMA, we could be seeking 468 and 484. And Netflix has a habit of running all of a sudden. And when it runs for $10, $12. So keep an eye. It's a morning star. The moment it crosses 459, the potential of going higher is really good. NVIDIA is struggling around 473, 474. It came down, test at 38%, held, made higher lows, and then finally broke out over the trend line. It's getting ready for 489, 505 again. So 482, 489 is my potential targets for NVIDIA. 89. It's an inside day as well. No, not an inside day. Stop loss is now 12 EMA, which is 470.30. You can buy near 473 to 75. Now let's look at the EM. It's neutral. 12 is there. And for NVIDIA, it's 1. That's for NVIDIA. Now we are left with 5 stocks. I want to cut down because this list is massive. MDB, let's cut it out. A firm, I'm expecting something on a firm from that uh, meeting which they have, or conference, you want to call that, which they are having this week. So this is area 44, 45, which is potential there. But if we lose this 41 area, we are going to go down hard. So 41 is a good stop loss for a firm. 40.9. We tried for a firm on Friday. It worked out. And then looking at, there's gap right there. So this high, let's go and look at the highs and see the gaps. This is 40 to 60. If we can clear 40 to 60, we should be looking at, come on, 43,720. So 43.20 is possible. 45.60 is possible on a fall. Now 5 positive on this. 12 EM is good. And on a firm, this is 1. So you can buy near 42. That's for a firm. They have a Monday conference. I'm just mentioning loss of 40.9 will be bad. Roku has seen an enormous move, like to my expectation. I never thought it will come down from that massive M pattern, and now it's coming up. The back test is done of 12 EMA after the earnings, which is good. A bullish engulfing candle. I think it's getting ready for a massive move towards 125. They are holding that 38.2 Fibonacci, really solid. So I'm actually very positive on Roku at this time. The opportunity is really solid here. 101, 102 is your good stop loss. And if we look at 5, this 12 EMA is solid, and it's 0 for now. 0, 5, and yes. So buy near 102 to 103 zone. Stop loss 190. Target is 106.10. I'm expecting it move towards 125, 114. Back tested. Whenever ticker has done a back tested, or it has recovered from its support, the potential of the move gets high. It's like recoiling a wire and then leaving it. It will have much more strength. Bullish engulfing. Then we have Snowflake. Snowflake is holding really good. Snowflake is holding really solid. It's holding this 190-ish area. Usually, this is the area where it has failed a lot. So potential move on the upside. If Microsoft will move, so will Snow. I think 189 is an extremely good stop loss for Snow. 193.90 and above 193.90. I think the move will tend to the right, move towards 217. Wow. So very high potential move is there on Snow. So buy near 190. If you can get it, hold it. 12 EMA solid. This is 2. And on this side, it's 0. You see, some of them are showing 0, Haikinishi. It means they are losing the momentum. So pick up stocks where we have good greens. Apple, AMD, Amazon, because it has a triple inside day. Otherwise, if it was not triple inside day, I would have given up. Last but not the least is Tesla. Somebody wrote Tesla options really nicely last week. Never let it cross 245 and never let it break below this. It's holding 12 EMA to the core. The momentum is neutral and this is 0. So all this is 0. It says inside week. So if we look at the weekly candles, it's an inside week. 236 is tight. If we can clear 245, it's going higher. 240, the highest. 246. 70. Top loss is 244. 51. And then 259. If it breaks higher. Otherwise, below 240, sell for 220, 231, 225. That's Tesla. I hope this was useful to you all. Now, I can share my Zoom link for a few minutes if anybody wants to discuss something. I can. This is the link if anybody wants to join. Even on the Telegram, if anybody wants to join, you can join here. I'm giving the Zoom link. All right, so we talked about Adobe and Home Depot. So let's check them out. Home Depot is right at the top, showing strength. And this is like the weekly candle. If this works out, it's getting ready for a breakout. on the daily candles. It's a dodgy at the top. So again, it's a resistance. It's a triple and double inside day. Loss of 326 can be bad. So again, at end of the day, we need to clear this dark green line. If we clear, then the massive breakout will come on Home Depot. Guys who are on the Zoom call, you can raise your hand and then you can speak one by one. Adobe has been hovering around this area, but in the last 4 days, making higher lows, reclaimed 12 EMA. The momentum is still weak, the DMI. It's like not as solid as it used to be. But let's see. It has earnings. It should not lose 590. If 599, if it loses 599, things can go bad for Adobe. Pradeep, you want to say something?
Yes, Naval. First of all, welcome back and thanks for hosting this call, Naval. And can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yep. So, Naval, just a quick question, right? On the HA012, this is more of an on the question on your sheet. How are those values being calculated? The HA state, the column E.
I have called out here. Like I have calculated
What do they actually
column.
represent?
They represent the count of the flat tops or flat bottoms.
In the
So yes,
Heikenaishi candles.
yes.
Okay, I see. Okay.
So because
So
I can easily use this information in my phone and check what's happening, and then I can pick it up.
I got it. Okay. So two means like a two flat tops actually, basically.
Like 2 greens means 2 times on the daily time frame, it has a flat base, which
Flat base.
shows me that it has strength.
Right. Okay. Thanks, Noel. Yep. Thank you.
No problems. Sure, Gaurav and Adi, I'll cover UPST and PanW. Anyone else wants to speak on Zoom? Okay, let's go to PanW. PanW is right at the top of this extremely long channel of the trend line. I think it should face some struggle here. If it doesn't, then the next level is 320-ish area for PanW. It needs to lose 292. Like for it to go down perfectly, it needs to lose 284. So $14 from here. If it loses, it can quickly go down. Otherwise, it's going to hold here. UPST. I think UPST was good at 26, 27. I was talking to my friend about that. But if a firm can move, this can also move. This has come from like 22's area, right from 22 to 39. That's almost like 37, almost like 80% move already captured. But yes, it looks solid to me. There's no problem here on UPST.
Well, I had one more question. Once you're done, for some reason I'm not able to see the hand icon. Once you're done, this is Pradeep. I have one more question.
Go ahead.
So this is regarding the NQ futures, right? And the contracts got rolled over, and so basically the contracts moved from the December contracts to March 2024 contracts.
Right.
The December 23 contracts actually were around 1600 something, right?
Yes.
But the 24 contracts were actually are showing us at 284.
That's the premium, yes.
So that's the premium. What does that mean, Noel?
Like future always run on a premium or a discount. That's why they are futures. If they run on the same value, like as an index, then there is no point. Future is something like you're expecting something 3 months down the line, and you're putting a value to that. That's why there's a premium or there's a discount. So if you go to this analyze section, and you will see that in like September of 2024, the premium is 15,000, like 16,366 and 16,827. So the
So
more
that's
you
the
go into
range.
the future, the higher the premium will become. It's like the option expiring. The longer you take, the more expensive it becomes.
I see. Okay. Okay. And when do we actually expect this to normalize? Or is it all?
This becomes equal to NDX on the day of expiry, like
Oh, I see. Okay.
12:15 at 4 o'clock, 4:15. This NQZ23 will be exactly equal to NDX.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Thank you, Naval. That helps actually. Thank you.
No problems. Yes, Raghu.
I have a clinic. Hey, Naval, you told like a Tesla, somebody has wrote a right option for between 242 and 245. How to identify that trend, or how did you identify that?
With respect to Tesla?
Yeah.
So if you look at this Tesla range,
Okay.
this is the range.
Okay.
So a bigger move can only come if you break above this range or break below this range.
Okay.
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 So I was looking only at the candles closed, not at the wicks.
Okay.
Like you will see they're going up. Here they are going down. But if you look at the candle close, they're within this box. That's why I was looking at that range. And that 245 option, somebody wrote those options. That's why every time it tries to go up to 245, it was getting short.
Okay.
Yes, people wanted to eat the premium of 245 call writing.
Okay.
I did not went into the black box today, but black box can show you the open interest.
Okay. 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 Thank you.
No problems. And guys, anyone else, if you want to talk, you can share. Service now is breakout. It's not coming down. It's going to hit its all-time highs. 77. It's not coming down. It's going to hit all-time high. So, all right, if you have anything, then I'll be wrapping this up and posting this information on Twitter and the Telegram. If you have any questions, do let me know. All right. Thank you for joining on Sunday evening. I hope you all have a great day tomorrow. Bye-bye.